legislation about our state's waterways. State lawmakers pushing for new measures to protect the state's waterways from potential pollution. However, the State Chamber of Commerce isn't on board tonight. Our Becky Buds tells us why.
South Carolina lawmakers are aiming to inform the public about possible water pollution through two proposed bills. Both would require any business that releases treated water into a river or lake to put signs up nearby. Congaree Riverkeeper Bill Stangler tells me it's a cheap, common sense way to keep people enjoying the state's waterways.
You know where that pipe is, and you can make a decision. Hey, is this where I want my kids to swim? Is this where I want my dog to go drink water? Is this where I want to catch a fish and keep it and bring it home?
The sign would say the name of the facility responsible for the discharge, the permit number, and an emergency contact number.
If you see a problem at one of those wastewater outfalls, as we have seen many times over the years here in the Midlands, you can contact someone and let them know about that problem. You can report it so we can get those problems fixed faster and easier.
Stangler adds that this information is already on DHEC's website, but isn't always accessible.
It might not be the best tool if you're in a kayak floating down a river and you see something and you have a question about it.
However, the South Carolina Chamber of Commerce is pushing back on the legislation, saying in a statement to News 19, quote, "This legislation would unnecessarily mandate that over 1,200 duly permitted and regulated businesses and public utilities jump through even more bureaucratic hoops to physically post information that's already available to anyone with an internet connection, while doing nothing to actually prevent pollution or protect our state's invaluable waterways." As always, the Chamber stands ready to work with the General Assembly and other stakeholders to protect and preserve our state's environment in thoughtful and substantive ways. But that simply isn't what these bills do. The bill's sponsor, Representative Heather Bauer, says she's frustrated and surprised by the pushback.
It shouldn't be about big bad industry versus the environmental community. It's sad that it's been taken that route. So it is something I would be very interested in continuing to push for.
If the bills aren't passed this year, they'll need to be reintroduced next year. Reporting in Columbia, Becky Buds, News 19 WLTX.